All right. So Atlantis somehow stole some technology um, from Lemuria.
Okay.
You want me on camera?
Well, it's just going to be MP3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but this is the best way I can record it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when they stole some technology from us, I'm not really exactly sure. There's different stories floating around there about this
Right.
that I have that I'm still trying to put the pieces together. You have to understand, everybody. I'm just gonna say
Yeah. Okay.
I always talk to them, right? I have had, this is 12 years worth of putting puzzle pieces together.
Right.
And making sure I had the whole truth, because that's very important for me.
And basically, just to give an idea, this is how we got into this subject, was how the division of the left and right brain took place, which became the way that those who thought they were in power took control of humanity.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is where we're going to
begin it.
To begin
what happened.
To understand what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I may have, I'm going to do as far as my understanding goes is what I'm going to share.
Okay.
And when I share things, it's because I got validations, I got synchronistic events. That's how I receive whole truth. I make sure it's all validated.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
Well, the angels just.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks, angels. So, okay. The Atlantis stole some technology. They began misusing it. I'm not sure exactly how. There's different versions of it. They were like worshiping gold or things like that. Elements that you don't energetically put your energy into like that. They were misusing it. It blew up. By the time Atlantis was blown up, they were coming to me, and it was coming to Lemuria. Because they were in 4D and we were in 5D. And so they came to me quickly. I remember being up on this, there was just huge windows. And there was overlooking an ocean. I can remember seeing. Because I remember the poet and I there. One day I was like, oh, shit. Fuck. What? No. I don't want to see that.
The poet.
The poet.
The poet.
We know who that is.
Oh, okay. The poet. Okay.
Who I was trying to bring the father of all creation into him at that time.
At that time. Gotcha.
Which Horus was jealous because he was the king, but I had to be with him because I had to prepare him for bringing father of all creation in.
Right.
So anyway, not that. I do know that story. There's probably a lot more of that. Anyway, so they came to me. They said, "This is what's happened." Okay, they're after now the unified field energy.
Okay.
So I took the unified field energy and I ascended to get with me. So they could not get it. If they would have gotten a hold of that information or that technology, they would have blew up this whole multiverse. And we were not going to let that happen.
Right. So you were saying that was the first ascension, truly.
Yeah.
That you have experienced.
Right. Which is why I've gone first now. Again. But now I get to take everybody with me.
I got a big I am getting goosebumps on that one. Jeez, I'm getting lit up. Ooh. We got big whispers.
Woo!
Wow. Okay.
So,
yeah.
Okay, Rob. So, the surface of many beings.
So when it blew up,
I think 200,000 of Lemurians escaped.
Okay.
And were able to make it through the inner Earth portal.
Okay.
After I ascended.
Right.
Some were left on the surface of the planet. Of course, many perished.
Right.
Yeah. And it wasn't like we were big, though. There wasn't a big population. I don't think it was that.
Right.
But that was all of us on the planet at the time.
Okay.
There wasn't other things that I can remember.
Right.
Because we're doing an experiment of 4D and 5D on the planet.
Correct. Gotcha.
All right. So, the surface beings that were left, the Anunnaki caught wind. They could have been involved in it. It's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, they landed on the planet when these beings were in a primitive state because they had just went through tragedy.
Gotcha.
And they were able to convince them that they were their gods.
Okay.
And as that occurred, they disconnected the right and left brain function to put them in a position of only the left brain, make them robots, make them so they can be controlled. On top of that, Dad and I, Father of all creation, had placed the original blueprint of the planet Earth was love mirroring love. So the twin flames could come to the planet and have this experience that we actually had put into place in Venus.
Gotcha.
We had spent an entire eternity there in this experiment, trying to bring love into physical manifest. Intense times.
Yeah. It's making sense.
So we placed the dream machine here, and these beings decided to put a glitch in the dream machine. And they began pouring lower thought forms into the dream machine for humanity to play out for their benefit.
Right.
They were in power.
And that's how they got into power.
Right.
So ever since that moment until now, humanity has been in this deep state of unconsciousness simply because they've been only using the left side of the brain, except for those, you would say, those of the light warriors who came here to raise many out of consciousness, including themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. You want to say something?
Oh, yeah, just like went. It'll come back, baby, hopefully. What was I going to say? Oh, this is what I was going to say. So if there's a lot of people that probably remember a date called October 28th, 2011. There's lots of prophecies around this date. I have this documented years ago, but a lot of beings have stolen all my stuff.
Okay.
So I have everything on the starship. I just don't have it in physical form because they took it.
Well, we still have it.
Yeah, I still have it here in my heart.
Right, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's October 28th.
So October 28th, 2011. We finished in 2009, I have it documented that we completed the new grid around the Earth.
Okay.
Then we had to put the dream machine into a reset.
That I did not know.
Mm-hmm.
What
I feel that was the October, if I remember right, the October 28th, 2011, we were able to put the dream machine back into its original start anyway, because it's a process.
Okay.
If we would have, that's a lot of energy, so we had to do it gradually.
Okay.
So we started in 2011 at the end there.
Okay.
We went into 2012. 2012, everyone had this thing about the 2012. I was at the center of it going, hello, this is what's happening. Everyone's like, I'm like, whoa, do you hear me?
Right.
It is not all of these things you're saying.
Right.
So December 21st, 2012, all of a sudden I started seeing this gold energy was pouring into me. I was like, whoa. Whoa. It's intense. And that's when I fully entered the 5D frequencies. But then I was quarantined because the rest of the consciousness of humanity was not ready for that.
The unconsciousness.
Yeah, unconsciousness.
Right.
Yeah, check children.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is very fascinating. Just looking at the progression of humanity 26,000 years ago to now. And realizing what caused the deep state of unconsciousness. It wasn't just being able to function from the left part of the brain, but is also dealing with lower thought forms being put there to be enacted out. Here goes the wars and rumors of wars and every conceivable, imaginable vice of cruelty that can be imagined took place at that point. So that's pretty deep. You do have more to say. That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
You heard the story about the brain. I mean, so I mean, I can share that story, but you got
You think so? Okay, sounds good. All right.